Up next on Line TV, we have Marley Snow with a story about the yearbook crew, and following that we have Line of the Week with Kat Brittman.
And me, Bo Bramlett, with all your latest college basketball news. All that more, Line TV starts now.
Hello and welcome to another episode on Line TV. I'm Caden Torres.
And I'm Azara Plord. Hope you're having a lovely day, Cersei. Let's get into some student announcements.
Upon turning 16 years of age, students are required to receive the second meningitis shot.
There will be tryouts on March 18th for anyone who did not play this year on the basketball team from 3:30 to 5 p.m. The sign-up sheet will be with Coach Wimberly in the East office.
Girls and Boys State is a week-long civics education program designed to give hands-on experience to our state's future leaders. Students will build a fully functional mock government and delve into specified fields that interest them, such as law, media, and public service. Girls State is May 24th through 29th at Harding University. Boys State will be the same dates at the University of Central Arkansas. Interested juniors need to see Ms. Pence in the counselor's office to register. The deadline for registration is Thursday, March 19th.
First Electric Cooperative is now accepting applications for the 2026 Youth Tour, an all-expensive paid trip to Washington, D.C. You must be a high school junior during the 2025-2026 school year, and your parents or guardians must be First Electric members. The deadline is Friday, March 6th. Apply online at the First Electric website. Selected applicants will participate in interviews to determine the winners. Each winner will receive an all-expensive paid trip tour to Washington, D.C. from June 13th to the 19th. Additionally, one Arkansas attendee will win a $5,000 scholarship. Yearbook has been working hard preparing this year's copy of The Lion.
Marley Snow has a story on what they do to prepare for our yearbook.
Here at Cersei High School, we have a very hardworking group that puts together our yearbook every year. With lots of effort and hard work, this group of students is able to create and capture some of our favorite memories here at SHS.
A few years ago, when Miss Hollifield took over cheer, we needed somebody within the department to take over yearbook. I had done it previously at 2 other schools, so I had some experience and knew a little bit about what I was doing, and so I said I'll take it on. And I like having something at the end of each year to say this is what I accomplished. Like, I helped my students. They do almost everything, but I helped create this memory book for the students of our school.
Yearbooks are a very important part of the high school experience, leaving you with photographed memories you can keep and cherish forever. While they may be very convenient, there is lots of time and effort put into creating something so memorable.
You have to be good at teamwork. All of it's a group effort, because even if you're really good at getting pages done on your own, sometimes you can slip up, and you have to be able to ask for help. And you have to be comfortable with maybe letting people in and let them criticize you, which was something I had to get used to at first. Was I wasn't doing things wrong, it's just I didn't know how to do them, so I was being taught how to do them.
There are lots of challenges you may face when trying to put the yearbook together. It is good to communicate with each other so you know what other information you need to gather or what photos you need to take.
Getting outside of my comfort zone, having to interview people and talking to them, that's definitely a big thing. So I've learned to just be more open and comfortable with talking to others. I feel like I've definitely gotten better with photography. I'm one of the editors. My main thing is design, so I like putting together, decorating all the pages and the design aspect of the book, I guess.
As you can see, it takes lots of time management to be able to create such a memorable book that lets us reflect on our school year. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Marley.
I can't wait to see what I look like in the yearbook.
A Kentucky 25-year-old was arrested Sunday after a shooting at Walker Road residence in the Higginson area. Kenneth Isaiah Stoltz of Patica has been preliminarily charged with a Class Y felony criminal attempt to commit capital murder and Class D felony of aggravated assault. He was being held Thursday in the White County Detention Center.
Gary Chalk, best known for voicing Optimus Prime in Beast Wars, Transformers, and Optimus Prime, has officially announced that he has beaten stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. The 74-year-old Chalk revealed he was the first patient in Canada to receive an experimental chemotherapy treatment, which provided highly effective and is now being used to treat other patients.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said the U.S. will start striking progressively deeper into Iranian territory, as U.S. Defense Secretary Peter Hegseth cautioned Americans that it's very early in military operations against Tehran. A U.S. submarine sank an Iranian warship in the Indian Ocean, Hegseth said, and NATO air defense systems shot down an Iranian missile that was passing through the airspace of Iraq and Syria and towards Turkey's airspace. It's funny, I can never predict this weather.
Yeah, me neither. Thankfully, David Hodges is here to give us our forecast.
Good morning, Thursday High. Let's get right into today's weather. Today, cloudy, high of 82, rain 16% chance, winds south 14 miles per hour, humidity 69%, and sunrise was at 6:29 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight we'll have scattered storms, low 63, rain 67% chance, winds south 11 miles per hour, humidity 79%, and sunset will be at 6:06 p.m. On to the almanac. Last 7 days average, high of 59, low of 38. Monthly average of precipitation is 5.07 inches, and the month to date is 0.03 inches. On to the 5cast. Saturday, we'll have thunderstorms, high of 68, low of 49, with a 76% chance of rain. Sunday, cloudy, with a high of 70, with a low of 56, with an 8% chance of rain. Monday, with thunderstorms, high of 72, low of 54, with 43% chance of rain. Tuesday, with thunderstorms, high of 83, low of 62, with a 46% chance of rain. And Wednesday, with rain, high of 70, low of 41, with a 74% chance of rain. Looks like it will be stormy this week. Back to the news desk.
All this weather talk is making me hungry. Do you know what's for lunch today, Kaden?
I do. Today for lunch we'll be having turkey ham and cheese stromboli, cheese pizza, nachos, classic cheeseburger, pancakes, yogurt and cheese fun lunch, fresh whole fruit, and milk.
That sounds good. Make sure to always show your appreciation to our lunch ladies for all they do.
Speaking of showing appreciation, Kat Bremen has a story on an outstanding student in this week's Line of the Week.
Welcome back to a new episode of Line of the Week, and today I have Riley Castleman, who will be telling us about the boys track team. So Riley, tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience with track.
It's been pretty good so far. It's been a really good team building experience for me. It's also helped me stay fit and kept me social.
And what made you want to be part of the track team?
I'd seen one of my sister's friends pole vaulting at one point, and I thought he was really cool, so I figured I'd try it for myself.
What was your first impressions of track?
It seemed like a pretty tight-knit community, and everyone was friends with everybody else. And when you first get there, it's a little daunting, but everyone usually opens up to you.
Are there any requirements to join track, or can anyone join?
There's not really any requirements or like a tryout. It's usually just having a baseline physical fitness and just be willing to work.
And finally, what do you think about your fellow track teams and coaches?
We have some of the greatest coaches that Cersei has, and my fellow teammates, they're pretty good. They certainly keep it hyped, keep it fun. My favorite track mate is probably Isaac Simmons.
Thank you, Riley. Well, Cersei, that's all the time left in this week's Line of the Week. I'm Kat Bremen, sending it back to the anchors of the news desk.
Thank you, Kat.
The soccer and baseball seasons, Cersei, have started.
Bo Bramlett has our update for this week's game.
Welcome back, Cersei. Let's get into sports. In local news, the baseball and softball season will kick off this week, where the baseball team will head to Benton to compete in the Benton tournament. They would first play Lakeside, but the game would be tight, but Cersei would be able to pull away, winning 5-4. They would play the following Tuesday, where although close, they fell to Benton 0-5, making their record 1-1 to start the season. The softball team would hit the road to Lone Oak to face the Jackrabbits. The game will be back and forth, but the Lady Lions would come up short, losing 4-5. Soccer would also start up this week, where they would face Conway in the first home game of the year. The boys would go down 1-0 at half and not be able to make a comeback, allowing another score in the second, losing 2-1. The Lady Lions would start off the match strong, scoring the first goal of the game, and would hold their lead through the first half, but Conway would be able to score a late goal, resulting in a tie with a score of 1-1. In National, the Arkansas Razorbacks men's basketball team took on the Texas Longhorns men's basketball on March 4th. Arkansas had a huge night at Bud Walton Arena, defeating Texas 105-85 in a dominant performance. The Razorbacks jumped out to a fast start with 19-2 run early in the game and carried that momentum the rest of the night. Arkansas led 56-34 at halftime and never looked back. Two Razorbacks led the way offensively. Darius Acuff Jr. finished with 28 points and 13 assists and becoming the first player in Arkansas history to record at least 25 points and 10 assists in a game. Senior Trayvon Brazile also had a big night, scoring a career-high 28 points while adding 7 rebounds in his final home game. As a team, Arkansas shot 58% from the field, hit 11 three-pointers, and outscored Texas 38-15 in fast break points. The win improved the Razorbacks to 22-8 overall and 12-5 in the SEC play, clinching a double bye in the SEC tournament. Texas would be led by Matez Tatis, who scored 21 points, while Dalen Swain added 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists for the Longhorns. Now over to the NFL, where the New England Patriots made a surprising move this week. The team announced they will release star wide receiver Stephon Diggs just after one season with the franchise. Diggs had a productive year in 2025, leading the team with 85 receptions for 1,013 yards and 4 touchdowns, marking the 7th career 1,000-yard season. Despite the strong numbers, the Patriots decided to move on partly due to financial reasons and roster decisions heading into the new year. Diggs is now expected to become one of the top available wide receivers in free agency. And finally, college basketball fans are getting ready for one of the biggest events of the year, NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament, better known as March Madness. The tournament will begin later this month, featuring 68 teams competing for the national championship. Conference tournaments over the next week will help decide which teams earn automatic bids, while the selection committee will fill out the rest of the bracket on Selection Sunday. With teams like Arkansas finishing strong late in the season, many programs are hoping to build momentum heading to the tournament and make a deep run in March. That's all sports updates have for you, Cersei, and back to the news desk.
Thanks, Bo.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe at our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Caden Toros.
And I'm Azariah Plord. See you next week, Cersei.